Hey guys, how's it going? Kripp here. Today I want to show you guys Chronicle RuneScape Legends. Before I begin, I want to mention this is a sponsored video. I got a chance to stream this game just earlier this week, and I was really impressed about the mechanics and how it all works. And before we get into the game, I want to mention that this game is very much like a story tale, and it's very much based on RuneScape lore, so if you are a player who really liked the old RuneScape, you might enjoy a lot of the smaller aspects of the games that, kind of go a little bit over my head. But in terms of a mechanic standpoint, I found the game fascinating, and I think you guys will find the same. So here we are. This is the game menu, and the game is a card game, but it is very different from a normal card game. So if I show you guys my collection, we can kind of see how it works. There are a few different classes. There are cards that are available to all the classes. There's the event cards. There's also the creature cards. But what makes it really interesting in this game is that the creatures in your deck are not ones that are necessarily on your side, as you will see shortly. You can pick Arion, which is kind of like a mage character. You can pick the Raptor, which is kind of like a warrior character, and it is the class that I chose to specialize in. You can pick Ozan, which is a thief, and then you can pick Linza, which is a blacksmith, focuses a lot on weapons, and Vanescula, which is a vampire. Now, I'm going to just show you guys a few of the play modes here. You can play this game on a casual level. You can play on a ranked level. There is a ranking system, and it is pretty difficult to beat some of the guys out there. It is quite a challenge. You basically acquire packs by getting them through the money connection currency, or as time develops, you basically have this copper coins system in the game. You acquire these coins by doing daily quests, and you can accumulate some cards through your collection that way. You also level up your characters, and I'm going to show you. I have my level 9 Raptor here. You do get some cards by leveling the characters up, but from what I've seen, I'm pretty low level. Most of the cards that you get are just in the first few levels, so it doesn't take too long to acquire them. This is the solo play, and I want to go through a solo play here just so you guys can understand how the game works. So I picked my deck, I picked the Raptor, and now I'm choosing my opponent because this is a solo game. Let's go against the vampire. Why not? So when the game starts, it starts kind of like in a fantasy board scenario. You can see my opponent, the vampire, is on the other side of the board right now. And this is my opening hand, and I'll go over how some of these cards work. So these are actions. Actions cost gold, and these are creatures. Creatures have the stats at the top and the rewards at the bottom. This is true for every single card in the game. So for instance, this is a legendary creature. At the top you see when the fire symbol is 9. 9 is the attack value. So if this creature attacks, it will do 9 damage, and it has 17 health. Now you can see at the bottom there's an attack symbol. The bottom part of a card is the reward. So if I do kill this guy, my character will gain the bonuses at the bottom. So the creatures in your deck, they don't necessarily fight for you, but as you will see, you arrange them on the game board so you can kill them in very specific orders and scenarios to gain the bonuses. So it's basically like build your own adventure, and you try to create a more favorable circumstance in your adventure than your opponent, and in the end, there's a little bit of a brawl. So this is the opening hand here. I don't like too many of these cards. I do like keeping card draw, the Crassian warrior here. You can see the ability here happens when you kill him. He has 7 attacks, so it's really bad if he gets a hit in, but he only has 3 life. The amount of life is very important because the low values are insignificant. For instance, your character starts with 2 attack, as you will see here in a moment. So if I can bump my attack to 3, either through a passive buff or a weapon, I will one-shot this creature. And the way that the order happens when it comes to creature battles is you always attack first. So if you have 3 attack against this minion, it doesn't actually matter that it has 7 attack against you, unless a very sneaky debuff happens from your opponent. There's a few mischievous things you can do, or your opponent can do against you, that can really screw up some of your strategies, and that's how it makes it really interesting. So killing this guy gives me 2 cards as the ability. It also gives me 1 gold. And if I have 1 gold, I could then, in sequence put in an adamant armor, so I could gain some armor. And we'll see how that works here in a second. Barricade is the legendary action card for the warrior, for the Raptor, so I think I'm going to keep that card, but I think I will drop the rest. In my opening hand, I've noticed that I typically do well by keeping card draw and penguins. Now, it looks like we didn't pick up any penguins, which is pretty bad. This is actually a pretty rough opening hand, as it happens. Man, it looks like I'm going to have to take a lot of damage, and I'm going to have to kill these guys here. So, right now we see that the game board has 4 placements. There's 5 total game boards. If at any time you or your opponent doesn't have any remaining health, then the game ends. But if you have remaining health, you move on to the next, and eventually at the end of the 5th chapter, the 5th game board, you basically battle it out. So you see my stats at the bottom here, and similarly you can see my opponent's stats at the top. I start with 2 base attack, and I can increase this temporarily with weapons or permanently with base attack buffs. You start with 0 gold, 30 health. This is the option where you have your armor buffs, and this is the option where you have your weapon buffs. Armor acts as additional health over the cap. You can heal yourself, but you can never heal yourself past the starting 30 health. So, in terms of the sequencing here, I think I'm going to want to draw some cards. I'm going to end up taking 7 damage because my damage is only 2, so I will attack this creature, I'll get it to 1 health, then it'll attack me back for 7, then I'll finish it off. I kind of want to end with armor, so I'm thinking that I want to kill this guy afterwards. Killing the armored zombie rewards me with 4 armor. So, I'm going to draw. You don't have to fill up all the slots, and in this case, I think I'm going to act this way because this is a very poor opening hand. It really didn't get very lucky. But because you draw 3 cards at the start of each of the next chapters, if I draw 2, that'll put me at 6, then 3 will put me at 9. I'm not sure if the maximum hand size is 9 or 10, but it's around there. So you can see I'm starting off on a pretty bad front because, well, I'm going to lose a little bit of health here. I gained gold, and I drew the 2 cards. You can see that I'm acting first because I ended up rolling the first roll here. So I'm down to 22 health, but I gained 4 armor. He had the penguin there. The penguin there gives him 1 attack and the ability to discard 1 card. So he has 3 base attack moving forward. That allows him to one-shot the next creature. And that is a pretty big deal. He didn't have a 4th card. I didn't have a 3rd or a 4th, so we're going to move on to the next chapter here. I ended up drawing 2 cards that aren't particularly useful, so I really need to get some kind of weapon or something here in order to be able to kill the following cards. So here I can get a Watchtower Guard. You can see the rewards at the bottom. It gives me 2 armor and a 2/2 weapon. That means for 2 attacks, I will do 2 additional damage per attack. That is a pretty big deal. We will have to proceed by gaining the weapon and then trying to kill some of these minions. I can one-shot this one, but I should be doing more actions than that. My attack will be 4, so I still won't one-shot the ice Nihil here, which is a bit of a problem. Looks like we might have another really crappy turn. I think I will choose to gain a little bit of armor here, just so I have a little bit going forward, and just so I don't have to draw fewer cards moving into the last chapter. So his first creature here, Troll Chucker, the ability deals 4 damage to my character. So this is pretty interesting because a lot of the abilities that the creatures do can kind of screw up the plan that your opponent tries to execute. And that's what makes it really interesting. Okay, so I got a brew and I got a dwarf. The dwarf gives me a weapon, so, you know, maybe that can work a little bit.
It is good to see you again.
And I'm going to pick up some armor here. Oh boy, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. This is a very rough opener. This is probably one of the roughest openers I've ever had playing this game. Okay, so we're going to move on to Chapter 3. I have the Chaos Dwarf here, and I do have 4 attack to kill it in 1 hit. Oh, and then we got the Penguin! Okay, so how do we do this? This is where it gets a little bit interesting here. So I want to use my 4 attack because I only have 1 durability left on my weapon to kill the dwarf in 1 hit so I don't have to take his attack and damage. I can then overkill the penguin, but the penguin will give me 1 extra attack, buffing my temporary attack to 5, which will allow me to one-shot the ice Nihil. And that is a pretty big deal. And finally, I can 2-shot the rock crab, and I probably will end up doing that because none of the other cards really seem to make much of a difference. and it's good to play out your hand a little bit more than just 2 or 3 actions a turn. I have seen that it's pretty important to play out the full number of actions in a lot of cases. So you can see here that the sequencing is really important, so you take less damage and you set up yourself for a favorable trade against a lot of the creatures to accumulate certain bonuses. Now see, his card steals 1 health from the rival. One very interesting aspect of the vampire is that it's capable of doing damage through armor, while the warrior tries to scale its armor and reduce its health. So actually the vampire has a lot of ways where it can like cheat out a kill on the warrior, and it makes it for a very interesting matchup. He's going to steal another health. You can see that dealt damage directly to my health and not my armor. Damage is dealt to armor, but stealing health or cards that do damage directly to health work a little bit differently. Killing the crab gives me a little bit of a heal and a little bit of armor. So here we are moving on to Chapter 4. I am still not doing too well, but we'll see. I can't say my opponent is particularly strong because, again, this is the solo mode here. So I have 3 base attack right now. I can kill the Calphite Soldier in 2 hits, and the Calphite Soldier will give me 3 gold, which will put me at 5 gold. So if I sequence him first, I can then Barricade, which removes 5 attack from the next creature. And if I remove 5 attack from Scarface Pete, he will not have any attack at all, so I can kill him for free, and my opponent will have to discard 3 random cards. That seems pretty good. I think I will do that. And yeah, let's just gain a little bit of armor and a little bit of gold at the end. So he's going to continue stealing health from me. While stealing health is pretty good and quite effective against the warrior, being at 21 health puts me in a pretty comfortable situation still. Barricade is a very powerful card. It is a legendary card. Unlike the other cards on deck, which you can have, I believe, up to 2, you can't have more than 1 of the legendary cards. So I ended up discarding those specific cards from my opponent's hand, giving him a few fewer options moving into the last stage. We are in Chapter 4 right now. At the very end of Chapter 5, we will be battling off against each other, and that should be pretty interesting. So I'm going to be at 2 gold, but I do have a lot of armor. I have almost as much armor as you can have maximum health. Moving into Chapter 5 is going to be a pretty interesting adventure here. Okay, so let's draw our cards. So I can use Destroy to spend 6 armor to kill my next creature, and it will kill this one, which will give me a 6/2 weapon moving on to the last fight. I think that is a pretty good idea. Also, what I can do is I can kill this in 2 hit, or I can try to gain armor for the attack. See, if I get a weapon and then I kill this, I can gain a lot more armor. But, of course, it would use up 1 charge of the weapon. Let's do it that way. Let's kill the armored zombie in 1 hit, just because we can. Actually, no. Maybe it's best to just use the cannon. Deal damage to the rival equal to half of your armor. Let's just do that. Let's gain a little bit more armor. Let's hit him for half of our armor, which will be like 16 damage. He has 30. And then let's spend 6 armor to kill Krila, which will give us a 6/2 weapon moving into the final fight. It says that the card is not going to have a full effect, which is true, because the temporary attack only works on your next attack, but that does not work going into the final fight. But we will still get the weapon going into the final fight, and that is a pretty significant deal. Gain health equal to half your next creature's health. So he's actually going to heal after I dealt a bunch of damage to him. He has a battle rival, so we're actually going to fight off against each other here. Very interesting. Battle happens in both sequences. And I'm going to gain some temporary attack and that weapon. The temporary attack is lost moving into the final fight, but I will still have 9 attack, and he only has 11 health. And he's going to explode. This is the best part. The corpse explosion at the very end. So I just popped his character and won that challenge. Let's see what we get. We get a few coins, and if you accumulate enough coins, you can buy a few more packs. So that's basically the game. It's been amazing to play the game. I was really, like, you know, I had some pretty positive expectations going in, but all my expectations were truly surpassed after playing it. It is a very well designed game, and it is designed in such a way that you kind of have to think so differently compared to other card games. So today I want to show you guys a few of my games that I experienced my first day, some of the more epic moments so you can see how the game works and some of the more intricate interactions that you can expect to see playing Chronicle RuneScape Legends. Enjoy the clips, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I don't want to discard the cannon. I don't mind taking 2 damage. That's pretty good. Okay, this is a really good hand. I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or the opposite. Regardless, that's fine. It's a really good hand. So, I go to 3 attack, and then I 2-shot that thing to get a bunch of gold, which I really need. I must think fast. And then I'll get a weapon, and then I'll 1-shot that. It's really good. I don't have card draw again though. That's the bad part. Double penguin GG. I don't think so. But alright, let's see. Are you serious? Double destroy barricade. Oh god, I just can't get the card draw. Like, I have card draw on my deck, I'm just not getting it. I had too much card draw in almost every single game before. Okay. Let's get some cards here, man. No more of this destroy. Fine. Damn.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
I could have gained more armor. I could have gained a lot more armor.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Okay. Still no card draw. Can't even play all this. These draws have been so bad. We had a really good opening hand, but since that it's been absolute junk. He might fully heal here. It's 16 gold. That's so much for a warrior. Alright. Give me something here, man. Just give me something I can play. This is the last one, chapter 5. Home stretch here. Give me a break. I got card draw now, but like, what good is that? Okay, so I can kill that, then I can gain armor, then I can...
This boost won't work in the final fight. This boost won't work in the final fight.
But I still get the 6-2 weapon. It'll work in the final fight. It's back up at 30. We're gonna have a good final fight on our hands.
Here, have these pies.
Well, let's see what his last card is. Oh, damn. We're gonna have a match on our hands. I don't know who's gonna win. I think I'm going to win, but it's gonna be close.
No mercy!
5 HP, boys.
My victory was another.
This guy has all fancy stuff. It's bad, right?
Looks like I'm going first.
Okay, so he's going first. This card's really good. I just need to be able to one-shot it. So let's mulligan everything else. So 2 hits on that one, I guess. And then we'll have a weapon.
I must think fast.
So I can kill that. And I can kill that. Well, I probably want to draw and then kill that. They're just getting a lot of gold. It's giving me a lot of gold too. Which is good, because that's one of the things I was pretty weak to. The gold gain. So I guess I draw nothing. I drew too many cards. Draw 1. Okay. So I have no armor right now, so none of this works. Which is pretty bad. So I don't really want to draw more cards. That's only 5 armor. Honestly, I can't do anything. He has a strategy, I'm done. Oh crap! I just destroyed the big legendary card. Okay. I just haven't gotten like any of the armor cards that I need. That's not bad, but I'm actually short on attack to deal with that. Okay, we'll gain some armor. And then we can Berserker Shield, and then we should be able to one-shot that thing. Double your gold. Interesting. Damn. That dragon may have been useful. Take 4 damage, double your gold. It's 36 gold. This looks bad. Discard 3 random cards, double your gold. This guy has like all the legendaries. Okay. Deal damage to half your gold. You just hit me for 36, I died. Okay, bro. Alright,
Looks like I'm going first.
I don't really want to keep the guard. That whole hand is pretty bad. I need card draw or the attack buff. I didn't get either there. This is a little bit rough. This is a lot of damage. I think I actually need to not play that too. Yeah. It's a really bad start.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Playing both dogs is bad because I overdraw. It looks like he had a really bad hand too. Well, that helps. Let's go armor. Kind of want to do the destroy effect, but it's a little bit risky right now. Yeah, let's try it. Basically, if he does damage to me on his second card, I'm in super bad shape. I might even die. Whoa, this guy's almost dead. Holy cow. Alright, well. Goodbye his hand.
Here, have these pies as a reward.
Justice prevails.
Oh, goodbye his weapon. So he has no gold, no hand, and no weapon. Alright, well, maybe we'll be okay then. Okay, so I can barricade. Barricade doesn't really help, though. You mostly just need attack. It's pretty hard to get there. So let's try to draw. We're also going to have another 4 attack hit. We can try healing. We can do 2 pretty easily, but just don't want to take like the 7 there. Let's do that. Very simple, very defensive play. Oh man, this guy's getting huge attack. It's 5 base attack. I haven't been able to increase my base attack at all. That's really bad. Two armor. Okay, so our plan is now gain a shitload of armor and one-shot him. That sucks. I'm gonna destroy that.
Won't work in the final fight.
I think I did lose this game. Okay, the brew is fine.
Well done.
Four armor and a 3/3 weapon. Jeez. Some pretty scary shit right now. He has 10 attack, huh? Okay. It's all about the cannon now. Let's do that. Oh, he has no cards? See you later, bro. Okay, I think I can take 5 hits here. Shield slam face!
You know, I've
GG.
never got used to losing.
You could have done
Oh man.
just blood to me.
Okay, let's keep the card draw. You want to keep card draw and weapons. Wow, that's really bad.
I must think fast.
We have no damage again. Okay, we drew some damage. At least we get gold with
It
this.
is good to see you again.
Just the wolf? No, I think this is good. We take 4, gain 2 armor, so we only lose 2 health, but then we gain the gold. Gaining the gold is a pretty big deal. Alright, so that guy's got a massive weapon. And let's end with armor. Oh damn, weapon +2/+2. That looks pretty scary. So he's got a 7. Oh my god. He's got a 9/5 weapon. Okay. Alright, we need the shield slam to win this game. He's got a 12/4 weapon here. Okay, let's barricade Pete. That's super powerful. And let's gain an attack and draw. We need to draw the card that kills him. So if he has cards that like basically rival, like if we have to fight each other in the middle, I am going to lose horribly. And every attack he does is pretty okay by me. Deal damage to your rebel with your weapon attack ×2. So I take 24. It's pretty bad. Well, I got the cannon, but I don't know how much that's gonna carry me here.
I have low health. I must be careful.
Doesn't have any, so let's just armor up, I guess. Yeah, we're in really bad shape right now. I should do that last. Yeah, I haven't, like, I have those cards in my deck that gives me it gives me armor for my opponent's attack. Did he just equip a 1/4 weapon? Rip in peace. Okay, huh? weapon attack. Well, he's gonna counter that a little bit here.
Prepare for battle!
Gain armor for your total attack. Rival's total attack. Okay, armor, 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 bomb. Let's hope for the best. I think we can do it. I think we can win. So I'm gonna gain 6, and then I'm gonna gain like 20 something. Oh, he's doing nothing right now. 28. $36. Okay. Hit him for 18. We got him. We can survive 3 hits. We're at 40 health. Well, actually, 4 health, but we're at 36 armor.
No mercy!
Explode it!
I'll come back stronger. At least that's the plan.
How pathetic!